Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Catie McNeil. You've now clicked on the Weather Now link, and let's jump right into it. Taking a look outside, a really nice evening here, the rest of the daylight hours until around 7:43, which is where our sunset lies at this point in the summer season. And it's been a great start to the weekend, still pretty comfortable, high temperatures in the lower 80s, humidity not too oppressive either. We will be seeing some changes on the way, though, as we head towards your Sunday, with the increased chance for some showers and thunderstorms, especially later on in the day, but it will be noticeably more humid and much warmer across the area as well. Some pop-up showers and thunderstorms as a weak shortwave passes through the region. Not expecting really much of that, if anything, to reach our immediate area outside of maybe a rogue shower, but it looks to kind of be weakening a bit already as these storms approach areas further east. Off to the west, though, we are seeing our cold front that'll be passing through tomorrow, especially towards the second half of the day, kind of afternoon and evening hours. With this will bring the chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a closer look. Overnight tonight, some partly cloudy conditions at times, but staying quiet, expected to stay dry as well. Throughout the day tomorrow, this cold front will approach. Ahead of that, we could see a spot shower or two in the afternoon, but expecting to stay mainly dry during the daytime hours. The evening looks a little bit more robust, especially towards kind of the late evening, even close to around 10 o'clock with this line moving through. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that with the potential for a stronger storm or two to move through. Anything we do see, though, is expected to move through fairly quickly. We'll be drying out a bit more as we head towards the overnight on Monday with much drier but cooler conditions through much of this upcoming week. With that, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather during that evening into later towards the overnight time frame, mainly between 2 and 10 p.m. With this, the main threat would be gusty winds and maybe even small hail, heavy rain, of course, as well. But kind of the thing that we're up in the air about model-wise is the consistency of the location and the exact timing. So not everyone is expected to see a storm during that time frame. Hurricane Erin has rapidly strengthened in the past 24 hours to a Category 5 hurricane at 160 miles an hour. Now, the good news for the Leeward Islands in Puerto Rico is not expected to make direct landfall, but certain of those areas in a tropical storm watch with heavy rain as well as some gusty winds from the outer bands expected in those areas. As the storm continues to track further to the west and southwest here a little bit, it is going to start to make that turn to the north. Now, the good news for us here on the mainland is this turn is then expected to take more of an easterly to northeasterly turn away from the mainland. But models have trended that it will track a bit closer than what we initially had predicted. So with that, the ocean waves that we could receive from this hurricane could be quite large, up to 12 feet, maybe even a little bit higher than that on the immediate coastline. So even though the weather is expected to stay quiet, no direct impacts, certainly want to stay out of the water and be very careful, especially on Wednesday and Thursday as the storm passes offshore to our east and it generates those large waves across the eastern seaboard. Really much of the eastern seaboard will be seeing the effects from this. But in the meantime, tonight, partly cloudy, a little bit more humid already. Those dew points returning back into the upper 60s overnight. Overnight lows a bit milder as well in the mid to upper 60s. As we head towards your Sunday morning, already a bit milder at 70 degrees and will warm up pretty quickly. With a mix of clouds and sun, especially during the early morning hours, will be mainly sunny by the afternoon with that slight chance for an isolated shower. But the main event as far as scattered thunderstorms does appear to be on the later side, more after daylight hours around 8, 9 o'clock. It'll be noticeably warmer as well, as I mentioned, with those highs back in the upper 80s. Looking ahead, though, we will be much cooler, highs only in the 70s the next several days starting on Monday. And again, we'll be continuing to track Hurricane Erin in the coming days as well. So as always, you can get those updates anytime, both on air and online at WPRI.com.